Thank you so
Hi,
much.
Diego.
Hi, nice to meet you guys. How are you?
Nice to
Nice,
meet you.
nice to meet you.
So I wanted to ask, why is it important to use cultural and fantastical elements to tell stories about young people?
Mm, mm,
I don't know if it's, I guess it is important, but I think in our case, it was a really good fusion of two things that, for me personally, you know, the sort of adolescent story of, is universal and is near and dear to my heart. I see a lot of myself in it. And just being a big fan of like fantasy and martial arts, like, why not? It's kind of great that we get to put it together, right? And make something like this. So I think it's like a dream come true project to work on.
yeah, I think it's a lot of fun to have those fantasy elements, but I also think the like Kelvin Yu, the showrunner, and his team
Hmm.
of writers, what they did was they took the internal experience of being an immigrant's kid, of being an Asian American, and they externalized it by using those
Hmm.
fantasy elements. I think a lot of ways. Asian Americans, a lot of what we go through is so internal. It's like we take the messages about ourselves and our community that we find in our surrounding culture, and we internalize them. And a lot of the struggle is internal. But what Kelvin and his writing team did is they use like Chinese gods, like a monkey king and his son, to kind of externalize all that. So you can see it. You can see it on the screen.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And what were you both excited about bringing this particular story from the page to the screen? What element from it were you dying to see on the series?
I'm a huge fan of the Monkey King. I've been a fan of the Monkey King since I was a kid. That's one of the reasons why I used him in American Born Chinese. And to see a version of the Monkey King in an authentically Asian American story up on a screen was
Hmm.
probably one of the things I was most excited about.
Yeah, no, I
Perfect.
agree.
Beautiful. And Jean, you've done so many things over the course of your career. What would you love to see get translated into a movie or a television series next?
I am a comics guy, so my heart is in comics, and all of this stuff is just, it feels so extra to me. Like getting to work with Melvin and with Kelvin and meeting Michelle Yeoh, all of this is so extra. It's like well beyond anything I could have imagined.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would love to see any of my books adapted. I think like Level Up is a book that I did with Tin Pham about a medical school student who kind of has like these video game characters visiting him. I would love to maybe do something like with that. I don't know, but all of this has been so amazingly extra. It's hard to put in words.
Understood. Well, we'll see what happens in the future. Melvin, Jean, I want to congratulate you again for a beautiful show and thank you for your time. This would be all of my
Thanks,
questions.
Diego.
Thank you, Diego.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Have a nice weekend.
You too.